In this video, we are going to walk you through the deployment and configuration of virtual machine on Azure. We will explore the resource created during the process, understand the architecture, and finally connect to the VM using Remote Desktop Protocol. It means RDP. So let's get started. After just a couple of minutes, you will notice that the deployment process is complete on the screen. There is a button labeled on Go to the resource. Let's click on it to access our newly created virtual machine. Now, we are on the virtual machines resource page. This page displays the VM's essential details, including its name, location, and subscriptions. As you can see, the resource group, operating system name, size, public IP address, status, location, and etc. And on the left hand side, you will see a menu with the various configuration options. This allows you to manage different aspects of the machines, such as its networking, monitoring, and security setting. Also, you can see the sections: connect, networking, setting, availability, security, and etc. Next, let's go to the all resource from the menu. So let's click to the menu and open it, all resources, and go to the all resources page. Now, this section lists all resources associated with our VM. Initially, this page was blank, but after creating the VM, you can now see multiple resources listed. And in the resource group, you can see the network watcher. This is the default one, resource group. Here are the resources created during the VM setup, the virtual machine itself, and a public IP address, a network interface, and a network security group. Each resource has a specific type, and they are all organized under a resource group. This grouping makes it easier to manage related resources. Let's visualize how these resources fit together. Our virtual machine is a part of the virtual network, which includes a subnet with a unique IP address, and OS disk for the operating system with 127 GB, a network interface card, it means NIC, that handles traffic to end from the VM, and a network security group, it means NSC, that acts like a firewall to control incoming and outgoing traffic, just like your physical computer or a laptop. Our virtual machine has all necessary components to operate in the cloud. As you can see, our laptop is connected to the internet, and as you can see, our cloud will provide a virtual network with virtual machines, public IP address, disk, network interface card, and network security group. Now that we have understand the architecture, let's move on to the connecting to the virtual machines. So let's move to our Azure portal. To connect our virtual machines, we will use the Remote Desktop Protocol or RDP. By default, Windows-based VMs listed on RDP connections on port 3389. On the resource page, you will see a connect button. Let's click it to open the connection option. After clicking connect, you will see several options for establishing a connection. Here, we will select native RDP, which is one of the simplest way to connect our virtual machine. And also you can see the admin username and listening port number, which is 3389. And here is native RDP, it means Remote Desktop Protocol. Our virtual machine has been assigned to a public IP address. As you can see here, the public IP address. This allows us to connect it from anywhere on the internet. After selecting native RDP, so I will press select button. Azure will validate the connection settings. So wait for it for successfully validating. And it will take some time. So wait for it. Now as you can see, our validation is completed. So we can close it and we can download the RDP file. Let's click on the download button and save this file to a folder on our local machine. So now that the RDP file is downloaded, we will open it, and this file contains all the details needed to establish a remote connection to the virtual machines. So click to the RDP file and it will show this interface. So now I press to the connect, and after opening the RDP file, you will be prompted to enter the credential you created when the setting up the virtual machines. So I will enter my password and press OK. Once the credentials are entered, click to the connect. And after connecting, you can see this interface. So press to the yes. This process will establish a connection to our virtual machine. So wait for it for successfully complete. So I can maximize this window and wait for successfully complete. Now, as you can see, our virtual machine is successfully connected and it will run successfully. But in some cases, it will not run. So in the next video, we will see how to troubleshoot these errors and how to reconnect or resizing these virtual machines. To summarize, in the video, we completed the deployment of our virtual machines, reviewed its architecture and associated resources, and attempted to connect to the virtual machine using RDP and identifying potential resources limitations. And in the next video, we will explore how to resize our virtual machines and resolve resources issue to ensure smooth connectivity if we don't connect success.